Confidence interval, difference between two proportions. A confidence interval is an interval estimate of a population parameter. It is used to identify the reliability of an estimate. There are different kinds and types of ways to carry out a confidence interval, and they can also be done for different purposes. Today we are learning about confidence intervals when comparing differences between two proportions. In a confidence interval for comparing two proportions, we choose an SRS of size n1 from population 1 with proportion of successes p1 and an independent SRS of size n2 from population 2 with proportion of successes p2.
The formula for this particular confidence interval is shown here.
To carry out a confidence interval for comparing two proportions, we must check that the data satisfies the following conditions. 1. SRS. The two samples are an SRS from their respective populations, or are in two groups in a randomized experiment. 2. Normality. N1P hat 1, N1Q hat 1, N2P hat 2, and N2Q hat 2 must be greater than or equal to 10. Therefore, the P1 minus P2 distribution is approximately normal. 3. Large populations. N is greater than or equal to 10N1, and N is greater than or equal to 10N2. This shows that the standard deviation formula can be used.
Let's take a look at an example. Researchers conduct two surveys. The first survey asked an SRS of 800 teens about their use of Facebook, and 73% said that they use it on a daily basis. A second survey asked an SRS of 2,253 adults the same question, and 47% of adults said that they use it on a daily basis. Use these results to establish a 95% confidence interval for the difference between the proportion of all U.S. teens and adults who use Facebook.
Take note that the confidence level in this problem is 95%. Now begin with your conditions. They are listed below.
Now let's take a look at the proportions given. They're shown here.
We now have our sample proportions, which can be used in the toSampleZint function in our graphing calculator. We will show our work through our confidence interval formula, which is shown below. Plug the numbers in the formula to receive the confidence interval.
You should get a confidence interval of 0.223 to 0.297. This means that we are 95% confident that this interval captures the true difference in the proportions of all U.S. teens and adults use Facebook. There is a slight difference in the Facebook usage among teens and adults as shown in the confidence interval.